if you were going to take a cruise down the California coast, ride down the tail of the Dragon, or even take a car off-road rally racing, what 3 cars would you pick?
Stick around to find out. Welcome back, Rev'd fam. I'm Reggie.
And I'm Matt. So what 3 cars would you pick? If we're going to start off with the California cruise, or the coast cruise, I keep wanting to mess that one up, but if you were going to take a car, what would your car that you think that you would take down?
California coast.
Yeah, PCH cruising.
So when I think about the California coast, I think about the waves hitting the rocks, the no guardrails, just windy roads. Personally, I think about something in slow motion.
Kind of, yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be going like crazy fast, but something just fun, a nice cool breeze, not necessarily cold, but sunny. I would probably go with the Honda S2K.
That makes a lot of sense, especially considering like what I chose. It definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, just, top down, and I'm not really a huge convertible guy, but I mean, top down, shifting gears, just a smooth, fun ride. I mean, I personally think the Honda S2K was a timeless car that just, you didn't have to do anything to. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe the 2 front windows, that's all you got.
Yeah, which even then, if the top's down, then what's it matter to tint the front? True. I mean, you can be a fishbowl because everybody in God can see inside that.
That's true.
With a convertible down.
You got your favorite jams going. Just a nice, smooth, easy, clean car. I mean, to me personally, I mean, the engine sounds so great. I mean, 240 horsepower. I mean, one of the only rear-wheel drive Hondas. I mean, the engine sound would be enough for me. I mean, I wouldn't even have to have the radio.
No, I mean, for real, it's so funny that that's what you chose, because I also chose another 4-cylinder manual transmission convertible. It's not a S2K, but it's the answer to every question that has to do with cars.
And I get it.
Mazda Miata.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just a lot of the same scenarios that you were saying, though. I mean, just like something that I don't want a Corvette. I didn't want a Camaro or a Mustang where like the exhaust is just, I mean, like that's a completely different vibe that I wanted.
Right.
Plus, I hate convertible Mustangs and Camaros. Corvettes are okay, but I don't get muscle cars that try to be convertibles. I don't get it. If it's gonna be a convertible, let it be convertible from the factory. Like that's all it comes in. Like the S2K, like the Miata.
Right.
But no, just the same idea. I mean, in my head I would like to go at like dawn. Or just maybe not, either way, sunset, or even sunrise if I get up in the morning. Just like I want the waves and everything else that you said, but then the sky changing colors, either getting darker. If I could get a pop-up headlight Miata though, that's just a dream of mine.
Okay.
But even then, a new MX-5 though, I mean, that's still, I think, a very awesome choice.
Yeah.
Just to take there. And I could take the MX-5 down the tail of the Dragon, but I'm going to do this one so that way he can't choose it, because it's kind of our only rule. I'm going to take a Civic. I'm going to take a Civic Type R.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, what's more is there to say? You can speak for me because you've owned 2 of them. You've owned the only generations that's been eligible in the United States. You've had both of them. Which one was your favorite? If you had to pick one of your favorite kids, like between the FK8 and the...
the way I always say it is like the FK8, 2017, it was the first year made in the United States. I got badge number 350, black on black, as you guys of course would know. Was, to me, it's kind of like the way I compare the FK8 old school body style of first gen to the United States Type R to the FL5, which is what I have now, which is ironic because I had a black FK8 and I have a white FL5.
Yeah.
Is the FK8 was like the girl that you didn't want to bring home to mom. I mean, this was like the way I explain it is it's like the girl with the black leather tights that's got the whip, that's on the bar, kicking over the drinks, and just they're
Coyote Ugly stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the FK8. I mean,
just sharp, rough around the edges, like
exactly, just raw,
yeah,
power. Just, I mean, she was
not super refined or touched.
Not at all. I mean, she drove just like she looked. She was aggressive, no holds bars. I mean, just she was unleashed.
So because of that, I'm going to pick the FK8. That's the one. for a car down the tail of the dragon, that's almost what I want. Like,
that's true.
I mean, I'm probably gonna be driving 25 miles an hour. I'm gonna be scared something less.
I've been down tail of the dragon.
I haven't, and I still want to.
It is a monster.
We need to go to Honda's Tail of the Dragon in October.
We need to do something like that. One of these days, and maybe a video, we go to Tail of the Dragon.
Your Type R, my SI. Maybe I can have something better. I might, if anything, I'm gonna have to upgrade the brakes before I go.
We will both have to upgrade the brakes on that Tail of the Dragon.
But yes, that's my choice.
And the FL5 is like the naughty librarian. That's the way I would say it. It's still not completely tamed, but it's definitely more refined. I mean, very much more subtle.
The FL5's got a day job.
Exactly. I mean, it's the librarian, but you know she's got a crazy side to her. That's how the FL5 is. My Tail of the Dragon car would be a Subaru Impreza WRX.
Okay.
STI.
There you go.
And yes, the full-fledged 80-word car, but that is the one. I want to hear that boxer engine the entire way down, all the way down the Tail of the Dragon. I mean, they look great. They sound amazing. They perform well. I'm not trying to race, trying to go up the Tail of the Dragon, but going down, it'd just be super fun to do. I mean,
what generation would you pick? If you think, like the last one ended in what, 22, 21, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, and that one wasn't bad.
No, I think it looked awesome.
To be completely honest, I like the Hawkeye.
Okay.
The Hawkeye style STI was just amazing. I'd definitely go with one of those. Just super clean. Of course, in the blue.
Okay.
Like the
bronze wheels
should be. Yep. Oh, BBSs all day long.
Okay. Just making sure.
Or even the black with the gold BBSs.
Yeah.
Still look great. And just have a blast. Just like I said, just listening to some of my favorite music, or just have the windows cracked and just really have an awesome time. Just braking, shifting, and just going through all the turns.
I do think it's funny that the two, they're so vastly different, the Tail of the Dragon and like the California coast. Because that one, I want like music playing, but like not anything fast or anything crazy. Like Jaden Smith actually made a song called PCH Cruisin', and it's exactly what I think of. It's like a nice slow tempo. It's like almost like lo-fi in a sense, but like it's just subtle, and that's kind of how I want to do it. And like be it like sunset, just like a nice smooth drive. Whereas that one, like you said, I want the windows cracked. If it has it, I don't care. Put an exhaust on it. I want to hear everything. Okay. I want to hear the intake. I want to hear the turbo spoil up. I want to hear the exhaust. I want to hear, almost want to hear the tires a little bit, but not too much because that means I'm going off the side.
I agree with that.
But I want to hear the car on the Tail of the Dragon. It's so funny how like the two are so vastly different from each other, just between what I want to hear.
Yeah, that's true.
Between those two.
All right, so the rally race. What are you taking?
I forgot what I already said I was going to take on that one.
So, I think you said you were going to do the Subi.
Yeah, but you just did the Subi for the STI, or the STI for that one, which would be a good option for the rally racing because that's what WRX stands for. Depending on the rally race. So, if it's like an actual like rally course racing, I do think that's where I would take the Subi, just the all-wheel drive, the STI. I'll take the previous generation, or the last generation of the STI. I think that one's awesome, especially with the upgraded technology, the different sport modes that you can switch through. But if it's more of like dune racing, or even like going out to like Baja, like in Mexico, Ford Raptor, like the F-150 Raptor, it's the only production truck that finished the race on its first attempt.
Yeah,
you know how crazy that is? There's 500 entries, and a lot of them don't make it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And as a factory truck, they sent it out there. I believe that was back when they were still running the V8, not the EcoBoost. And I could be wrong. I'll look it up. But I believe it was the first generation. But no, they just dropped it off, entered it in the race, and it didn't win because it's a factory truck, and all these other like Baja races are lifted up like trophy trucks almost. But it finished the race.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's definitely something notable to Ford. Shout out to Ford for that. I would go with, I know this is kind of crazy because I'm not usually American-made kind of guy, but I would go with the Ford Focus RS.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
A monster.
Why do they have to discontinue that car?
Well, I mean, we all know why. We know why.
You know why.
It's still a Ford. But
shut up.
But it's still a super clean car. I mean, the The power and performance is unmatched. I mean,
even today.
Yeah, even when it comes against its competitors. I mean, if you're just on a regular street, regular course, and you got a Ford Focus RS up against its Honda Civic Type R, Volkswagen Subaru STI, even the Volkswagen Golf R.
Yep.
I mean, it is leaving everybody in the dust. It's not even a competition.
Well, it makes more horsepower. It's all-wheel drive.
True.
It has a drift mode button.
Yeah.
Like it can lock the rear wheels, and you can drift in a Focus all-wheel drive RS.
Mean.
Yes.
And it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's not like, something like, ugh. I mean, it's fast, but like, I don't want to drive that. And it looks great.
Even like the STs, I know that's not necessarily what we're talking about, but
True.
even the STs don't look. The last generation of them, when they did the facelift of them, the first generation of the STs were kind of hideous. They look like mini Ford Escapes. But the last generation, though, like, if it wasn't a Ford ST, I'd probably buy one. Like they did well in their class. Like I don't know why Ford really got rid of it. I understand it's because it's a Ford, but even they were awesome choices for just normal cars.
It's true. But I mean, there's some crazy ones out there. I mean, you can really think of the Celica GT4.
Yeah.
I can remember playing like Gran Turismo way back in the day. I mean, there's the Celica GT4. Like I said, the Ford Focus RS, the Evo. Let's not forget about Mitsu.
Yeah.
The Evo. I mean, and you could name one. They were all amazing. I mean, just super clean, all-wheel drive, turbo, 4G63. I mean, unmatched engine. I mean, just super duper clean. Not necessarily as reliable stock. I mean, you got to definitely start going into the engine, doing internals. I mean, you got to really start building it up. But just a super clean car. They sound great. They perform well on pretty much any platform they're in. Just an overall nice car. I mean, when you think about the rally car, you're thinking about the huge mud flaps, mud slinging. I mean, you've got spectators on the side. I mean, they're like almost getting hit.
You're flying through the air almost. Yeah.
Slow-mo, 20, 30-foot jumps. I mean, it's just, those are some of the things you think of when I think of rally car racing. Yeah. I mean, not to even mention like the segue between the rally car racing and then of course the trucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's definitely intense.
Yeah.
But
there's the reason why like off-roading in general and like off-roading racing, like rally had its time beforehand, but now like off-roading in general has gotten so popular.
Oh yeah.
Just taking things off-road racing. Like that's the reason why Ford now has the Raptor Ranger, the Raptor F-150, the Raptor Bronco. Like they're all off-road racing inspired trucks. Yeah. Like it's just like basically from the factory they're good to go spin some sand. Like they're ready to go do it.
That's true.
So it's not the same as what it was 20, 30 years ago, but it's fun to still see that something like that's still happening, that at least somebody in the market is still offering that to people.
True. We wanted to do something different for you guys, kind of present a little bit of terrain to kind of appeal to a few different members of the audience. So again, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you know someone who's interested in cars, love to kind of just sit in the living room with us and talk cars, share the video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and we appreciate you guys watching.
Until next time, guys. Peace.